I'm sick. I have no makeup on. This is the aesthetic we're working with. And I have 25 minutes until the baby wakes up. These are my favorite reads of 2025. A little bit about my taste, in case you're wondering, and you're wondering if this list is for you. I'm all over the place. I love to read wide and deep. I love literary fiction. I want to get through the classics. I enjoy a classic. I like a thriller. I like a cotton candy read that's like a romance and fun sometimes. I don't love romantasy. Me personally, I think I like a little more depth sometimes, but I will dip my toes. I'll dip my toes. But this year, I actually put a fantasy series very high up on my list. I really enjoyed it. I don't think I'm not trying to be elitist, but I don't think I am Fourth Wing, Court of Thorns and Roses. If that's your cup of tea, I don't think that my content, my recommendations are necessarily for you. Early on in the year, I read I Who Have Never Known Men. This book was addicting, short, so interesting. It's a speculative science fiction / literary fiction, translated from French, just very bizarre, very interesting, gripping. It was like a plot. You were following a character. You were very invested in this science fiction crazy world that we were dropped into, but also very literary, very much more about the themes than necessarily answers that you may or may not get in the end. And so I really, really liked it. Little crumbs of how it starts because it's short. I think you should go in with as little information as possible. It's about this girl, I think she's 14. She is in a world of prisoned women. She lives in this room full of, I think, like 50 women, and the guards are men. Those are only men, but she has never lived with men, and they don't know why they're there. They don't know what's going on, but they live every day. They get their rations. They live in this room. They have nothing to do except talk to each other, and there's no end in sight. There's no reproduction in sight, and that's it. That's where we start. It's like so weird, so interesting. You get to know this girl, and she's fascinating, and then things happen. Loved it. Highly recommend. Super short read. Great way to start your year because you just kind of get into the reading rhythm by getting gripped and reading something super fast. Second book I recommend. This is a classic. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith. Alexa, when is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn set? It's set like the 20s.
A Tree Grows in Brooklyn is set in the early 1900s, primarily in 1912, in the Williamsburg neighborhood of Brooklyn. Would you like to know more about the author of A Tree Grows in Brooklyn?
Shush. So A Tree Grows in Brooklyn is set in around 1912, early 1900s, turn of the century. And it's just about this book is so charming. Cozy, charming, classic, well-written. It's about a girl who lives in Brooklyn in like early 1900s, like Alexa said. It's sort of episodic in how it's told. I will say there's not much plot, but in that way it is very charming and cozy. We have these episodes of her life. It's so atmospheric in the way that you get a glimpse into Brooklyn in this time period, and you meet the characters, the butcher, the guy that you bring your tin cans to get your pennies, and how the kids in Brooklyn spend their pennies. It's charming and childlike, like almost a kid could read this, but there's some deep themes and some deep insights into people that you as an adult reading can pick up on, but her as a child telling doesn't necessarily know about. And so it's very whimsical, if that's the right word. I mean, there's like a pedophile in the book, and it's not always lighthearted and fun, but it's just a glimpse into humanity through a child's eyes. And it's sweet, and I liked it. You just really end up loving our little girl, Francie, who's the main character and kind of grows up over the course of this book. You love her, and you appreciate her life, and I don't know, it's almost nostalgic In a way, even though I never lived in Brooklyn in the 1912s, it like feels nostalgic, and you really take in the feeling of her childhood, and highly recommend. In terms of my favorite books of the year, I only have 2 more to recommend, and they are part of a series, The Will of the Many. If you've heard of it, it's a huge fantasy undertaking, but I absolutely loved it. Loved it! The Will of the Many is the first in the series. James Islington really did a number with this one. He created such an interesting world, such an interesting magic system. I will say I don't read that much fantasy, but I could really get into it. I love fantasy. I mean, I'm a huge... Lord of the Rings is my favorite movie. I love fantasy, okay? I just don't necessarily love modern fantasy books all the time because I feel like they're a little bit oversaturated. The market is oversaturated and they end up being a little cotton candy-y. This is not cotton candy. This is deep. This is exciting. The hype you feel throughout the whole book. Your main character, Vis, you're like, yeah, go Vis, come on Vis. He is one of those characters that is just kind of good at everything and is gonna, if there's a challenge coming, he's gonna somehow get through it, no matter how the odds are stacked against him. But it's just so hype. I don't know, that's just kind of the word I use to describe it. You're just kind of like, yes. I can barely breathe. Okay, so Will of the Many is set in a world kind of based around Greek society. You got togas, you got columns, you got... the world looks like it's Greek, but there's a magic system. The way that magic works is there are the lowest people, the octavi, the number 8s, who are at the bottom of the pyramid, and it goes octavi, septimi, sexti, quinti, quarti, tertii, dimity, something like that, and princeps. Make sense? It's a pyramid. And the people down here at the bottom cede half of their will, which is their like life force, to the people above them, and the people of them cede half of their will to the people above them. So the people at the top have the will of many people. The people at the bottom have half of the will of a normal person. So you get stronger as you go up, and your strength translates to physical strength, and also to strength in which you can use magic, with which you can use magic. Magic. It's not called magic, it's called will. And you can control things, you can imbue objects, you can do stuff with it, you can move stuff. The entire world is run on will. It's the energy that moves carriages through the streets. Stuff like that. That's the world. You know what? Honestly, why did I just describe that to you? It's much more interesting to read about it. But our main character, Vis, is this super cool guy. He's got a backstory. He's running from something. I'll let you discover about it. Inciting incident is that he is adopted by this dude and sent to this academy. A little bit Red Rising-esque in the beginning, but different story. And he goes to this academy where he's got to be the best of the best and meets all these characters and basically is discovering these secrets. And it's just freaking exciting, dude. I don't know what else to say because I want you to discover it for yourself. But it's very deep, very complicated, I'll say, but in an awesome way. And I just finished The Strength of the Few, which is the second book in the series. It just came out in November. And this book rocked my freaking world. So exciting. I cannot recommend this enough. This series is so epic, so awesome. I don't even really want to say anything about the second book because you have to get to the end of the first book to even start the second book, obviously. But like, I can't tell you anything about this because you have to finish the first book. That's my list. That's my list. I think I have a list of 4 little books that I really enjoyed this year. The others kind of fell flat. I don't have much else to say about what else I read. But hopefully in 2026 we get some good stuff. Maybe I'll make a 2026 TBR. I'm gonna read some good books this year. I'm not gonna read Poo Poo Kachoo that I've been reading. I kind of filled my 2025 with And you know what? I don't have time for that. I'm a mother. I only have time to read something that is really gonna blow my socks off. So I'm gonna be very selective this year, but it's always hard to know, you know? hopefully I can find a little community here that likes the same stuff that I do. Let me just pop some other books on the screen here of some of my favorite stuff. And if something that I have read calls out to you, you have also read it and you enjoy it, maybe we're meant to be friends. So, what do you say? What do you say? Happy 2026, Happy New Year, happy reading. Baby's gonna wake up any minute, so I'm gonna try it.